If you're designing t-shirts, you've probably used or at least heard of Creative Fabrica. And if you haven't, it's an amazing tool that allows you to browse and download hundreds of thousands of different designs, all for a relatively low monthly fee. But what if I told you there was a new AI tool that could completely replace it and there's no monthly fee? In this video, we're going to be comparing directly Creative Fabrica, all of the designs and templates that they have available, to DesignGen, a custom AI t-shirt design tool, and see which one can actually create better designs for exactly what we're looking for. Let's just get into it and see what works.
Okay, so we are here in Creative Fabrica. First things first, let's just get this out of the way. You do have to pay for this. It's $3.99 a month, or you can do the yearly plan for $47. It's a decent deal. Like, for $3.99 a month, what I'm about to show you, it's a good deal. You really can't beat that. I know that there are some things on Etsy that, like, some designs you can buy for $3.99 a piece. What I'm about to show you, you get everything for that same price. And another thing to note, I am in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Creative Fabrica. They are not paying me. I am not an owner. Like, I don't own, and I'm not associated with Creative Fabrica at all. So, like, these are my honest, true thoughts. I use Creative Fabrica like I am a paying subscriber, so I know firsthand it is pretty worth it when it comes to the price and the things that you actually can get from it. Okay, so this is actually Creative Fabrica. So I mainly work with the t-shirt designs, so they have all of these different categories for images, fonts, 3D graphics, crafts, needlework, photos, tools, print on demand, bundles, yada yada yada. Mainly what I think most of us are going to be interested in is probably going to be the graphics and the images. So under each of the different sections here, there's probably going to be a category for t-shirt designs. So here we can see t-shirt designs, and we can actually select this one, and it's going to sort by all of the t-shirt designs. So just by doing this simple sorting and filtering, we have narrowed it down to 1.5 million different designs. And these are all going to be available if you do sign up to that $3.99 a month subscription included with that. So all of these designs, no limits, no anything like that. And the big thing about Creative Fabrica is this little thing right here. So with each of these designs, you may need to check to confirm, but I would say the vast majority of them uploaded to Creative Fabrica, if not all of them, include a commercial license. So this means you can use it for print on demand. You can make money using this design without having to pay any licensing, royalty, anything to anybody. You can, with that same monthly fee that I was showing you guys, download all of these designs, sell them on your website, sell them to your customers, whatever you want to do, and actually get these designs included. So like for the $3.99 a month, you could get this design, or you could just buy this design outright if you wanted to, but I would not recommend doing that. And like these, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't heard of Creative Fabrica before, me showing you these designs, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, this is where everybody else is getting those designs from. Probably, in all honesty, they're either buying them off of Etsy, they're getting them from here on Creative Fabrica. Some people like to say that they like work with artists on Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is. That may be true. I don't know the details of everything everybody does, but odds are they have some designs here from Creative Fabrica. I don't know what it was, but one day, like, we used to buy all of our designs for Zippy Tea on Etsy. And all of the designs that we would buy, we would pay for each one of them. So like each one of these designs would be like $1.99, $2.99, whatever it was. And we used to do that. And then one day, I just happened to stumble upon this website called creativefabrica.com. And ever since then, my life was completely changed. So if this is your first time hearing about it, I hope that I am able to do that for you. Take a look. The designs that they offer are pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. They most likely have something that you're looking for. But one thing to note. So I mentioned the commercial license. What that applies to is the actual printing of the design. So depending on who you're getting this from, that may not actually include the right to resell that design if that's something that you're looking to do. So they offer all of these other different licenses that you can look into if that's something you're looking to do. But by default, you're not able to resell the designs because that is still not within the rights of a commercial printing license. So it's a print on demand commercial printing license, meaning you can use this design to get it printed on a t-shirt, have it available for your customers to get printed on a t-shirt, that kind of a thing, but you're not necessarily able to resell this design to your customers, just the design file. Another key important thing is if you want to, okay, so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll download this design right here. I have it downloaded. Most of them do come in a zip folder, just so you know. Just unzip it, and then again, most sellers do like to give you a couple of different files. This is honestly very good because then if they do give you this SVG version, that's the one you're going to want to use. This is the scalable vector graphic format, so this means you can stretch it to any size you want and it'll still look good. So that's the one you're going to want to use if they do give you that. But what I wanted to highlight here is if we open the PNG, this is the design, right? This is the design that we just saw. Makes sense. We just saw that on the t-shirt. But then here, if we, for whatever reason, wanted to change this to a different color, we wanted it to be blue rather than pink, well, there's not really anything that we can do because all of the designs in this specific graphic are pink. So we can't edit the design if we wanted to. There's no way to change the color of the design. There's also no way to edit the text. So maybe you wanted to say, I may be wrong, I may not be, like whatever it is, but if you wanted to slightly alter this text to say something different, there's not really a way to do that here on Creative Fabrica. That's where you might have to do some actual graphic design editing, take the design into a program like Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Canva, and try and change those colors, add that text, delete the other text that you don't want, all of that kind of thing. But that's where your mileage is really going to vary and how deep you wanted to get into it. But that's just one of the main limitations that I wanted to highlight on Creative Fabrica, is if you wanted specific changes, you wanted a custom design that said a specific thing, you're going on a trip to the coast of Maine in September of 2026 and you want a design that shows all of that, there probably, odds are, is not something specifically for a trip to coastal Maine in September of 2026. So I mean, we can honestly try that. Let's see, and we got a whole 0 results found. So that's kind of where I wanted to talk about DesignGen. So with DesignGen, this is kind of a custom AI t-shirt design tool. So up here at the top, we can see it's giving us a couple of different prompts. I need a design for my kid's first birthday party. And what this essentially is an AI chatbot that you can tell your ideas to, and then that AI will go and make your design. So it can do perfect text, it can do landmarks, like it knows real places, it can do, it can add the date, it can do different colors. Like here, I think the best way to do it is just to actually give it a try. So let's try that same thing that I was talking about on Creative Fabrica. So what was the exact thing I said? I need a design for coastal Maine, September 2026. I also did include a typo in that, so maybe let me go ahead and try again without the typo. Still 0 results found. All right, so it was fair. You guys can't get mad at me for that. So let's go ahead and let's take this search result and let's just say that same thing. So I need a design for my trip to coastal Maine in September 2026. And let's see what it goes ahead and gets back. All right, so we have a design concept. This is saying it's going to capture the essence of coastal Maine with a design that highlights the scenic beauty and charm of that region. Elements are going to be a lighthouse with waves, a lobster, and an anchor motif. Nautical blues, soft grays, crisp whites, artistic style, vintage travel poster with bold, clean lines. So I actually don't know any places in coastal Maine. Let's see if we can look up a city and best coastal towns in coastal Maine. So let's just go ahead and see what we can find here. Lubec. Is there anything in this article that will show me, is that from, no, that's from Color. Okay, well, let's try that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to look for a city that might have a landmark so that like we can get that in the picture. We'll try Winter Harbor. I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about coastal Maine, guys. Forgive me. So I just said, cool, I'm going to Winter Harbor. Can you incorporate some aspects from the town like landmarks or cool sites? And then now it's giving me a new design concept. So it's saying it's going to infuse the charm of Winter Harbor into our t-shirt design by featuring its unique landmarks and breathtaking sights. So the elements are going to be the Winter Harbor Lighthouse with an ocean backdrop. Is that a real thing? Let's check that out. Again, forgive me, don't know anything about Maine. That is a real thing. And just so we all know, in case you guys also are not familiar, this is what we're looking at. So let's see if it's going to be able to capture that. The other thing it said was the Shudik Point. I don't know what that is. Let's see, what is this? Oh, okay, cool. This is a national park. This also should be a decent thing for it to be able to get. Let's see if it can actually add this thing. How do you feel about adding some local wildlife like seabirds to the design? I don't want any seabirds. Can you add the date of my trip? And, oh, all right, cool. So it is now generating my t-shirt design based on the conversation. All right, it's going pretty fast, almost halfway here. So this is actually going to now generate a completely custom design for us. I mean, right here, I didn't have to like sign in, or I didn't have to pay for anything. This was all completely free. So let's see, it's about halfway now. What's it gonna give us back? I don't know what it actually is going to give us back, so we're gonna be seeing this for the first time together. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so I mean, that's a design if I've ever seen one. I'm pretty sure that looks just like that lighthouse right there. And I think it's even got the house. Yep, that's the house right there. So the problem, unfortunately, is the text is a little cut off. So this is one of the issues that is kind of with these, like, that can happen with AI t-shirt generation design tools, is that they do have an issue with cropping out the design. If we do go ahead and download this design, it would be a actual suitable design, but with the way that the actual like printable area is on this specific t-shirt mockup, it's cropping out some of that area on the text, which obviously is not the most desirable. All right, so that's, again, the great thing about DesignGen is I'm just gonna try again. So I just literally entered the same things in a new tab. I have my old tab here, we're editing that design. We'll see if we can get that text to be better. And we'll just, again, we'll try this again. You do get, like, it's a free tool, so you can try as many different things as you want. I would say the best thing for Creative Fabrica is going to be like those like hobbyists and crafters who really just, I guess, want like some quick generic designs. Like, there is a ton of different designs here. You can literally go crazy. Look at all of these different categories, so many different options. But the problem is when you want them to be customizable, when you want to change something specific, if you really like a design, but you want to change just a little certain something, that's going to be a little bit more challenging with Creative Fabrica. It can also be great for those of you who want to just mainly work in Canva. You can use this for downloading fonts and the bundles. Like I was saying, there's a whole bunch of just amazing different tools. These bundles are a gold mine, guys. You can fill up an online store if you guys are looking to just use these bundles, use the designs on Creative Fabrica. Super fast. You guys can create huge catalogs of designs for your customers to shop and browse using all of these designs with Creative Fabrica. And little note, if you are using something like AMS Transfers Plus, you can load up unlimited amounts of designs, have your customers browse all of your different designs, and then your customers can actually order that design as a t-shirt, a hoodie, a DTF transfer, a UV DTF transfer, When they order on your site, it gets routed to our production facility. We print it, ship it to the customer, your brand name up on the top, on the return address on the shipping label. Customer doesn't even know we are the ones who printed it. Check us out, amstransfers.com/plus. Quick little plug out of the way. All right, guys, getting back to DesignGen though, look at this design. Is this not absolutely incredible? Guys, look, this is the chat that I used. I literally just said, I need a design for my trip to coastal Maine in September 2026. Again, guys, albeit this is my second go at it, but this all in all took me like 5 minutes. And then I said, cool, I'm going to Winter Harbor. Can you incorporate some aspects from the town like landmarks or cool sites? I haven't ever been to Winter Harbor. I know nothing about coastal Maine, but it knows everything that guys, it knows everything. So it found Shortick Point, I don't know how to pronounce that, Winter Harbor Lighthouse, and then it's just, these are all actual things that are in this town in Maine, and it pulled from its big brain and made those aspects from the design. Like, that's the lighthouse from the design, from the town, bro. This is crazy. That's the lighthouse. That's the little house. That's the harbor, I guess. I don't know. And then I said, does this sound good? Anything else you'd like to see included? And I said, yes, add the date of my trip. Boom. I didn't even tell it the date again. Like, I didn't have to. I just said it in my first message, September 2026. So it then referred back to my first message, got the date, put it on there. I don't know, guys. Like, it's mind-blowing to me that tools like this exist nowadays. If you were to show this to somebody not that long ago, if you were to show this to somebody in like 2020, I don't think that they would believe you. They'd think that you're from the future, man. And I mean, you would be, but I don't know. Let's try this again. Let's see, Paris, Texas. Is there anything for this? There is 2 results. We have vintage travel posters. And what is this? Is this actually anything? I see something. Paris something. I don't know if that is anything. I'm trying to get like a bigger picture of it, but it keeps on going to the next picture. I think that might be something, but it's not necessarily like a t-shirt design. All of that to say, there is a total of 2 results when you search Paris, Texas. That is an actual city. I know we are down here in Houston, Texas, but I just thought it would be funny to do this city because of obviously Paris, France. So it's a fairly small city, 24,000 people. I think it's actually right outside of Dallas, if I am not mistaken. They even do have a little Eiffel Tower. Where is this? Oh, it's pretty far outside of Dallas, but yeah, Paris, Texas, guys. So there is no designs on Creative Fabrica for Paris, Texas. Let's see what we can create with DesignGen. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to let go of this design right here. It's a good one, but we're going to just refresh the chat. So again, let's think of something that we can do that really highlights the wacky, extreme craziness of DesignGen and what we can actually create here with these AI t-shirt design tools. So I need a design for my trip to Paris, Texas to visit my estranged grandmother, who this upcoming, no, we'll do a different month, this upcoming August 2026. She also has a blue parrot named Steve. Pretty wacky. There is absolutely not a chance, I won't even have to look it up, that there is a design on Creative Fabrica that would work with this. So let's see. DesignGen is saying it's going to capture the unique charm of Paris, Texas, the personal connection with your grandmother by featuring her vibrant blue parrot Steve as a central figure. All right, so the elements in this design is going to be an Eiffel Tower with a Texans twist. We'll see what it can do for that. A blue parrot named Steve, prominently featured. August summer vibe with warm tones. So it does seem to be forgetting one pretty important part, and that's that my grandmother is estranged. So let's just make sure that we get that part in the design. All right, so I said yes, but let's somehow capture the fact that my grandmother is estranged. So we got something back. Highlight the bittersweet reunion between your estranged grandmother by integrating subtle elements that reflect distance and reconnection. All right, so we're getting the Eiffel Tower with a Texan twist, slightly faded. Blue Parrot Steve bridging the gap between two hearts, guys. Oh my gosh, a heart symbol with a subtle crack, but gently mending. All right, guys, that sounds great. Do you want to include a specific message or quote to capture this theme? Sure. Come up with one. And it's now going to generate this, whatever it's going to do, design based off of that conversation that we just had. Again, guys, I can assure you that there is no designs here on Creative Fabrica. While that is doing that, we'll go ahead and search. 0 designs. Let's see if we do without a space. 0 results. Let's just see what comes up for estranged. I don't think that that captures it. That is a car going into a recycler, an auger. Not what we were looking for, I don't think. Oh, that's the amazing Winter Harbor design. Okay, we're almost done here. About like 60%, and oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Look at this. I think they did like that kind of brownish to like show like the dusty vibes of Paris, Texas. I think if we didn't want that, we could get that removed with the edit feature. Oh my gosh, guys, checking this out on different t-shirts. Which one would look best for grandma, guys? I think this one looks pretty good with the color scheme and everything. Oh my gosh, guys, again, there's just nothing that you can get. Look at that. Oops. I mean, again, guys, it's wild. This is wild. A blue parrot. I didn't even realize that. That's why I said a blue parrot, because, like, okay, sure, anyone, like, we can find a parrot online, an image of a parrot, but can you find an image of a blue parrot? I don't know. I'm not like a bird person, but blue parrots with a heart that is slightly cracked, but showing that it's mending. The Eiffel Tower with the Texas hat on it. It knew everything. I didn't have to tell it any of this, guys. I don't know, man. The world is a crazy place. We are living in a crazy world nowadays. If you guys have not checked out DesignGen, make sure to check it out. You guys can check it out at amstransfers.com. It's right on the homepage. Generate your design with DesignGen. But guys, if you're not using this to create your t-shirt designs, or at least to just get inspired, I don't know, man. Check that out. It's an amazing tool.
In a world full of visions, dreams on the run, we needed a spark, now look what we've done. Just type it, describe it, watch it unfold.